7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Friday, right here on the Long Island News Talk Radio, 103.9 WRCN.
If that's moving up, then I'm moving out.
All right, guys. Hey, how's everybody doing? I got a great guest today, guys. I told you, you guys should have been listening because later in the week, as in right now, Amy Cohen is going to come back and talk to us. Remember, Amy, she's the one that does the amazing work with the flowers and with counseling. But the most remarkable thing I think, and I concentrate on, is what she can do with nature's medicine. And she knows how to take these extracts from different plants and use those for health benefits. And she also does individual and family consultations. And she's offering this really cool thing, which sounds really neat. Is it's a new course where she's going to teach people to do what she does. She's going to teach you to be a practitioner of emotional health and fitness. I mean, health and wellness. And it's my pleasure and my honor to bring back to WMAP Miss Amy Cohen. Amy, what's going on?
Hi there. Nothing's going on. Thanks for having me.
Well, we always love having you here, and what you do is so cool. Maybe you can give the audience a refresher course in what you do with the flowers.
Yes. So what I do with plant medicine is I create, based on what's going on in your life, custom blends to move you forward emotionally and mentally back into your most positive state of mind, using plants from all over the world, the extracts that come from plants, because not only are they beautiful to look at, but they have this amazing, powerful health benefit behind it, targeting our emotional health and wellness.
And you know what's cool is that you help people with who struggle in emotional health. You deal with anxiety and sadness, and you also deal with children's behavior. Tell me about working with children.
Yeah, that's really amazing. I've learned so much from working with kids. First, I work with children that have behavioral issues. It could be anything from tantrums to not wanting to go to school, not wanting to do their homework, rage, anxiety. Many times kids struggle with anxiety, but if the parents don't struggle, they have no idea what the signs are, and they think it's a behavioral issue, not wanting to go to school, not wanting to do something. So those are some of the things that we work with. I also have had a lot of experience, and this has taught me some amazing things, with children that are adopted, from other countries and from ours as well. You see that there are sense of belonging issues, and even as an infant, and I have worked with some infants that would have separation anxiety and fears and all of these different symptoms, that somehow they know inside them that something is different. And so I'll work with children that are adopted as well to give them that sense of belonging and love and, getting rid of fears and all of the things that may come with our children as well as children that are adopted.
Wow.
That's
incredible.
So many different things. Yeah. So many different, and really quite amazing.
It is amazing. And I understand in Europe, using this type of holistic
plant medicine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite common. But here in the United States, you're one of the only people doing it.
Yeah, there's very few people who do it. If they do, they represent their own brands and are just trying to get their own brands out there. But there are some really amazing brands all over the world of remedies, and that's one of the things I do, is that I teach people to become practitioners and use these different brands for very specific challenges. It's really an amazing field. You can work from your home. It's and help people all over the world.
Yeah, it's crazy. And why don't you go back and tell me, because you're firsthand proof of this. You had some challenges coming up, and this stuff helped you. So tell me your story.
Yeah, I still use Remedies to this day almost daily for something that's going on. You know, the belief is you keep it in your cabinet, you take what you need that very day.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it through my own struggle when I was struggling with anxiety and panic attacks and agoraphobia, not wanting to leave the house. And then my father became ill, and I had to get on a plane and travel. And then I had 5 different doctors, some telling me he should live, some telling me he should die. And you know, at the same time, I was going through a possible divorce and had to remove my kids from the school they were in. So everything that a woman and a mom deals with, plus the addition of parental, you know, you're taking care of your parents, things like that. And at one point, even though I'm a very strong woman, I felt like I was starting to break down. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't remember how to get back to my father's house, which was crazy, from the hospital he was at. So I called a doctor in another state that I worked with, and, you know, for a script, some Xanax or something. And she was like, I really want to make you this blend of a plant medicine. And I'm like, you must be kidding me. And anyway, I told her to send me both. And I took that remedy. I held on to the script. There was no way I was doing this without a script. And so I held on to it, but she called me up. She made me a blend. I took the blend, and within a day or two, I was able to sit down with the doctors, take control, let them know what I wanted them to do for my father, because I knew what my father would want, and I took total control. And I'm like, oh my God, what just happened here?
Wow.
You know, and then I went home and I took care of everything that was going on at home, and then I started using the remedies on my kids and my friends. You know, everybody was guinea pigs.
Wow.
Next thing you know, I'm studying all over the world. I'm in Australia. I'm in Portugal, you know, learning about these remedies.
Incredible.
Learning more and more. And then I started working with people. Somebody called me her family was totally out of control. And she asked me if it could help. And I said, God, I have no idea. Mm-hmm. But let's try. Let's get everyone on remedies. And that's when I started working with families. And the change was so amazing that it was like, I need to get this out there. Yeah. And that's when it became a business and speaking and trying to get to women all over the world, women of purpose, people that are retiring, that we have this whole other life. And I'm doing a TEDx, and I have my first book out, and now I'm writing my second. And so just to get out there so people could use these tools to help themselves. That
is so cool. And you know, do you know how many people, I'm sure you do, how many people are on Xanax, Ativan, Klonopin, you know, all these benzos, which are very addictive, and most of the country is on these things, and you are able to replace those with these remedies?
Yes. If it's for emotional and mental issues, absolutely. And you will get results through that medication you're on. I can't tell you, most of my clients come from people that are on medication for depression or anxiety, and although it may help with their panic attacks, they're still not living their life. They're still not living in joy. They're still not following their path. They're just living. And so what these remedies do is they're self-healing, and based on what's going on with you, we work to when somebody comes to me and they have anxiety and it comes with palpitations and it comes with fears and it comes with panic attacks, the remedies that I'll put together for them will get rid of those palpitations first. Then the panic attacks, they get shorter in duration and in the amount of times they happen. Second, third month, you're back to who you are. It's really amazing. And then other things might come up. What's my purpose? I'm not happy with what I do for a living, which half the time is why we struggle, because we're not really following our true purpose. We're suppressing what we want to do over what we think we need to do.
Wow. And that's incredible. And for people who don't know, can you explain to people what it's like to have a panic attack? Because a lot of people don't know how serious it is.
Yeah, anxiety and panic attacks can really rule your life. I couldn't go out to a store. I couldn't go shopping to Walmart without taking a Xanax before I knew of the remedies. Because I could not be out in crowds. I was afraid to drive. Everything was based on how I was going to feel. Anxiety totally takes over your life. You have these irrational thoughts. I can't go on my balcony because I'm going to fall. And although you know that it's irrational, you can't help it, and you feel it inside your body. You feel that pain. For me, it was in my stomach and in my heart. And, then you start to think you're having heart attacks, and you feel like you're going to die, and your family tells you, it's fine, just stop thinking that. But you can't stop thinking that because you have no control over what are the thoughts that are going through your head. It's the same thing with depression. You wake up and you have this feeling of dread. My son came into my room one day, and at night about 1 a.m, and he just said, I just don't even want to live life anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my son. And he told me how he felt this dread every morning, and trying to pull himself out of bed was very, very hard. And I was able to make him something to take that away. But people don't realize, people just say, just get up and do it. You just can't. You want to. You don't want to have those feelings. They're irrational, but you have no control over them. And so you might go to the doctor because it's what we know and get a pill, but the truth is you don't feel better. You just may be able to get through the day. So what these blends do based on what your needs are, and what happened? Was it grief that did it? When did it first start? Was it a fear? Did somebody die? There's many different reasons why we're triggered. So once we find out that reason, we give you the right remedy. Is it anger? Resentment? What is it? And not living your purpose because you feel you have a family to take care of and you're miserable. All of these things affect us internally.
And guys, I'm speaking with Amy Cohen, and if you go to the website, go to StrongestMinds.com, and also you can check into the book On the Spectrum, Challenges Are a Family Affair. You're an accomplished author. Tell me about that book, Amy.
So I'm writing a bunch of handbooks. The first book I wrote was dealing with the symptoms possibly of autism. And these same symptoms, there are children and adults that might have some of these symptoms. So we just work towards giving you the remedies that will help these specific challenges. There's also chapters in the book that are for moms and their relationships and siblings. A child on the spectrum might share confidence challenges as well as somebody who's not on the spectrum. And all these same remedies can be used for everybody in your home. Do you need to address a relationship issue? Do you need more bonding in the family? Are there issues of jealousy or anger? So we address not only remedies for kids on the spectrum if they feel disconnected or not connected, social anxiety, fears, but also what's going on with the rest of the family to really bring in this beautiful harmony and balance. And it's a very simple book. I'm creating handbooks. You have an issue, you look it up, you get the remedy, it'll tell you what you do. You'll have usually 2 or 3 remedies to choose from.
Wow.
And how to get them.
How cool. Mm-hmm. Hey, Amy, tell me what it was like to study at the School of I can never say the word.
Homeopathy?
Yeah.
I know, it's such a funny word.
In England. It was studied in England. What was that like?
Yeah. I studied in New York. The school was in England. It's totally different than studying plant medicine. This is a belief in like versus like, but the person who created plant medicine originally, Bach, went looking for, he was a doctor and believed that people kept coming back to him for the same challenges. And then he started to realize that there was all a personality challenge that they all came back with when they kept coming back with the same sickness. And so he went searching out and found this guy who was looking into homeopathy and this kind of healing, like versus like, and started to address his model and copy his model, believing that if you work on your emotional state first, everything else follows. And the truth is, as an example, high blood pressure is usually from stress. So we address the stress, and the high blood pressure starts to calm. And that's how the plant remedies work. They try and address the issue.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because usually what we do is we treat, it's like a Band-Aid. We'll treat the symptom and not get to that underlying problem. And I think it's pretty amazing what you're doing here. Amy, if I go to StrongestMinds.com, what am I going to see on there, and how do I get involved with this course that you're teaching?
Okay, so when you go to my site, you're going to see all sorts of different things. First, you'll see a video made from different clients, me talking about what I do in testimonials. You'll find different links, one to the book, one to the courses, many articles on challenges that you could look up and help yourself. It'll tell you different remedies to use. You can make an appointment by clicking a button for a free consultation where I'll do a 15-minute consultation, and if I feel like I can help you, we'll move into a consultation, and I'll make you a blend if you want, and I'll send it out anywhere in the world. And that's how I work. You can find out a lot of information on what I do. I don't represent any specific brand, so I'm not trying to sell you any kind of remedies. I want you to learn and know that if you're even feeling hopeless, that these remedies are inexpensive to try and can really move you back to feeling your best, because that's what it's about. Whether you are a person in business trying to move forward and want to give up, or your child is struggling doing homework, or you're struggling with your purpose, or fears, or there's somebody in your family who has huge anger issues, or is hearing voices. I mean, hearing voices is amazing. You go and you get 8 and 10 different medications, and you will see results in the first month of change using the remedies. That is how powerful they are.
Wow, incredible. So are most of these, is it something you put in drinks, you put it in shakes, or are they pills or shots? What is it?
So that's a great question. I always forget to talk about that. They are very simple liquid extracts from all over the world. And then I take them and I mix them in a 1-ounce dropper bottle or spray bottle, customized for you to use. If you want to try them on your own, then you look up flower remedies for whatever it is that you're struggling with, and you will have different brands pop up with different remedies that you can try. And they're all relatively inexpensive, $10 to $15 to $20 per remedy. And you pick the one that you want, and you take it. For me, I blend them together based on what your needs are. I might have 10 different remedies in your customized blend for you to really tackle and kick butt on what's going on with you, what is holding you back, what is giving you negative feelings, why are you not happy, and really try and kick it out there quickly.
Wow, it sounds great. Guys, Amy Cohen, go to StrongestMinds.com. Amy, just one last thing. Take me through the process of, say I sign up for your class here. I know you have to, see if you're a good fit first. You have to talk to people. But what can I expect? Do I get on? Because people in other countries can get on this. So do you do it individual or the group classes? How does that work?
Yeah. So what happens is it's an 8-month course. So we do an online course at night, or we decide on the time. It's a group effort. We get in there. There are times when people ask me for one-on-one, which I'll do. And we meet every month. We talk about what it is that I want to teach. There are 8 different classes, and then you get coaching during those 8 months as well as 4 months after as well, where we talk about any challenges that are coming up. You also get a consultation from me. And so each class, you'll be learning something different, how to deal with certain issues. What are flower remedies? How do they work with the chakras? And the different brands that I use, how to tackle challenges. And by the time you're finished with my course, your business will be set up. You get a whole kit from me if you want it on the different brands. You set it up in your home somewhere. You set up a place for your office. All you need is a wall and a desk and a place to put your remedies. And I will shoot you to the moon from there. And you will be working with clients. I help you with websites. I will help you with everything to have a successful business. I mean, this is great for moms at home. This is great for people that, and I get this all the time, that want to retire or that are retiring soon, but are not ready to retire. They've accumulated all this wisdom, and now they want to do something where they can help others. So I'm finding a lot of people in their 50s and more are coming to me for a business to help heal. And we create it all for you. I will help you create it all.
Wow, that's great. Guys, I'm going to speak with Amy Cohen from Strongest Minds. Go to StrongestMinds.com. Amy, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I really appreciate you being on here and being one of the world's most amazing people. And I can't wait to hear from you next and to see what else you're up to and to explain more about this amazing new form that's coming over to this country. We're very lucky to have people like Amy because most of all, you can get this stuff in Europe. So, we know all about going to find other remedies here in America. If you listen to Shannon Knight, she had to go to Mexico to beat cancer, be cancer-free. So Amy Cohen knows what she's doing, and she even teach this and pass this along. So it's a great deal. Amy, I want to thank you so much, and I will be talking with you soon.
Okay. Thanks, Casey.
Thank you. Bye now.
We'll wait. I'll tell you when that site gets back up. And the email is